For the last 2 weeks, my voice monitor has been f***ed up, and I didn't realize that. And I was kind of wondering why I've kind of been tripping up over my words a little bit more lately. And it's because the like voice mod voice meter has been absolutely blasted by an extra just millisecond. And it fucked me up. So now I'm using my mixer's voice monitor or audio monitor or mic monitor. And now I shouldn't get basically speech jammed. I've essentially been running the stream on a speech jammer for the last 2 weeks, and only I knew, and I didn't realize it. Which, in essence, is kind of one of the funniest fucking things ever, is that is that I've been running basically the equivalent of a speech jammer in my ears. Which, you know, a speech jammer is when you talk and then you have your voice replaying back through your headphones a little bit late, so you have a harder time speaking because of it. And I didn't know this, but apparently I've just been running with a speech jammer basically for the last 2-3 weeks. Really cool, really good bit. If I turn on voice mod monitoring, I turn to much because of the delay. I've always had the delay for voice monitoring on. Like always, like the last 2 years. And maybe okay, bear with me here. Maybe I haven't been running with the equivalent of a speech jammer for the last 2 weeks. I may have been streaming with the equivalent of a speech jammer. I'm now realizing I may have been streaming with the equivalent of a speech jammer for the last 2 years. Imagine streaming for 2 years with basically, I'm like thinking about it, and I think that for the last 2 years, I've been basically using a speech jammer on stream for 2 years. This may be the worst Brendaniel lore bit. I've been running basically a speech jammer because VoiceMod has audio monitoring, and I've been running audio monitoring through VoiceMod because it's a little bit cleaner or easier for me to hear. And so I turned VoiceMod audio monitoring off, and I'm just running it. I like turn VoiceMod off because like I'm not using that shit really at all. And I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna set up the mixer mic monitoring. And I'm like, wait a minute, is this why I get like stun locked sometimes while I'm talking? I had to like take a second and I had to be like, is this why I like fucking stutter sometimes when I'm talking on stream? And I'm fine like anywhere else, and I'm fine like recording audio. This doesn't happen to me normally. And I realized, holy shit, just now, I thought it was like the last 2 weeks it's been fucked up. I just realized now in this moment, I've been running the equivalent of a speech jammer. I've been streaming with a speech jammer for 2 years. The equivalent of a speech jammer for 2 fucking years. How the fuck have I been streaming for 2 fucking years with the equivalent of a speech jammer? Brendan, what the fuck, Brendan? Brendan, what the fuck? Brendan, what the fuck, Brendan? 2 fucking years! I've been running a speech jammer for 2 fucking years. I'm in awe of myself. I'm fucking stupid. Now I have the mic monitoring on through the mixer, so well, we don't need to worry about that anymore. For those of you just joining, I just realized that for the last 2 years of streaming, I've been using VoiceMod's audio monitoring for the last 2 years. And now that I just turned on my mixer's audio monitoring, I just realized that I've been running the equivalent of a speech jammer, which is a program that'll basically, like, what it does is it repeats your audio back to you on a delay. And since I've been running the equivalent of a speech jammer for the last 2 years, I thought it was 2 weeks. Apparently, no, actually, it's just been that way. I just like am realizing now that I've been running a speech jammer for 2 years on stream. I'm like flabbergasted. My gast is so fucking flabbered right now. I'm literally in the flabberverse. You should come up with a new Marvel movie just for how gasted I am. You gotta put me in the flabberverse. What in the fuck, Brendan? What in the fuck? Sometimes I do really stupid things and I don't realize how stupid they are. Like, did you know that I edited YouTube videos for 5 years without using any hotkeys? And I genuinely mean I edited videos for a full 5 years without using any hotkeys. 5 years. And like 3 to 4 years ago, I learned, oh, hotkeys. I don't have to click on the individual tools each time. Awesome. Can you like understand that I am an incredible dipshit? I'm like the world's greatest dipshit. I somehow flounder and flumber my way through this world and just things happen, good things and bad things. I'm just, you know, the SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob is like walking, it's like the Lost episode, right? Where he's like, doo, 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 doo. And Patchy the Pirate is really mad about it. That being the Lost episode. That's me. I'm that SpongeBob. I'm walking through the world just doo, 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 doo. So I have been streaming on hard mode for the last 2 fucking years. I am Rock Lee when he takes the weights off now, for real.